Alright, man, back at y'all with another one, man. Ticket TV, man. So, I heard Anthony Joshua came back from being knocked down, stopped Vladimir Klitschko. Big ups to Anthony Joshua on his victory, man. Hopefully, we'll get to see him and Deontay Wilder at the end of this year. That's the fight that I really want to see. I heard 7 8 Sports TV's video. I think he might have to fight Luis Ortiz next. So we'll see, man. All this stuff in the heavyweight division should pan out, man. I've been out here at work doing what I gotta do, man. So, Ticket TV, man. I hit y'all back. Go on.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental record. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream.
Wow. Round of applause to both athletes, both fighters. Both are champions. You know, this was absolutely the best Vladimir Klitschko I have ever seen. And it leads me to ask, I mean, damn, was Klitschko a fighter who fought to the level of his opposition? Because Anthony Joshua appears to have brought out the very best in Klitschko. And it also makes me kind of sad for Klitschko. The era in which he's fought, he hasn't had these types of fights. But none to take away from Anthony Joshua. My God, my goodness, this kid to take the first 5 rounds, then 6th round, bam, gets hurt. I mean, really hurt. Comes back not only to find the mental fortitude, but the discipline to stick with his game plan, to pace himself. Whew, this was a heavyweight championship. This was a fight, and you know what? Credit to both fighters, like I said. Both are warriors in my eyes. And you know what? Vlad, even in this loss, to me, this cements Vlad, because at 41 years of age, he had the ability to come in, be active the entire fight. He was actually very sharp. The one punch that he was just missing was the hook. Just missing the hook. And that, I want to sit there and say, was all Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua knew that the last few opponents that Klitschko has knocked out has either been with the leaping left hook, the jab, straight right hand, and pretty much that's it. So I love that Anthony Joshua was always conscious, always aware. Whenever he got hit with the jab and the straight right hand and he back up, he'd always be aware. He knew to dip the leaping left hook. And I was absolutely amazing fight. Hands down, this was probably one of the best heavyweight fights I've seen in a really long time. And, you know, congratulations to Anthony Joshua. I just can't say enough. You know what? Now, this is what I really wanted. I wanted Anthony Joshua to win this bout. He won the fight. Now, Deontay Bomb Squad needs to handle his business, okay? And this is, I've always wanted to see Anthony Joshua in the ring with Deontay Wilder. I cannot wait till that fight happens. But again, both men have things they have to do, mandatories. Both men need to fight who they need to fight. But my God, my goodness, I mean, the way that this is shaping up. And let me say something to Anthony Joshua and his fans. You guys 100% rode with him, and you know what? You were very confident in his abilities, and I got to give you guys your respect. And the young man showed something. He showed the fortitude that he really wanted the heavyweight title. And let me tell you something. Sometimes a fighter grows in the ring, and we saw that with Anthony Joshua. Every fight he had been having up until this fight, he had been showing steadily improvement. But what really showed and what really matured tonight was his mental fortitude. Props and respect. It's your boy Quest X. I am out. Peace.
7 8 Sports TV here. Shout out to the LDBC. Hell of a fight. The heavyweight division is back on the map. Man, that was a good-ass fight, man. Excellent fucking fight. Congratulations to Anthony Joshua. I picked him to win at the last minute, man. I was just really hoping for it. But you see why it was so tough for me to make a prediction for this fight is because look at what Klitschko was able to do. You know what I mean? This was a very good competitive scrap. The young lion was able to prevail. All the questions about Anthony Joshua have been answered, in my opinion. The kid has heart. You know what I mean? He came out. He was winning the first. I thought he was winning the first 5 rounds easily. You know what I mean? It was looking easy. For Anthony Joshua. He was out jabbing Klitschko. He was applying intelligent pressure. Klitschko's legs looked excellent. He was moving around very well, like a young man out there, popping his jab, trying to time and tire out AJ. And the fifth round, AJ knocked Klitschko down. Okay, he hurt him. Right? AJ got a little too overexcited. Klitschko stood up, protected himself, and hurt AJ very badly. Almost knocked down AJ in that fifth round. Sixth round coming out, Klitschko was able to drop AJ. All right, so now the tide started turning in the fight. Every round after that, I thought Klitschko was pretty much winning, except for a couple of them. But then here comes the 11th round where AJ came out ferociously, man, like a lion. He just said he giving it all he got, and he summoned up that energy from somewhere, and he was able to knock down Klitschko twice. And the third time out, the referee just stopped it. The referee was giving Klitschko a long time to recover from the knockdowns as well. But this was an excellent fight. Let me know what y'all thought. I'll be back with another one, 78 Sports TV. I'll holler.
Dream chasing boxing here. Shout out to the LDBC. All right, so I saw Boxing Beats and Rhymes video. I didn't catch if it was Eddie Hearns or Anthony Joshua, but whoever handles him had come out and said that, okay, they want Klitschko next, which makes sense. I mean, we don't even have to get into all that. We all understood why he'll fight a guy like fucking Vladimir Klitschko next. No problems there. And he says Wilder and Fury. That's all a nigga wanted. That's all I wanted to hear. That sounds good right there. It makes perfect sense. Like we've been trying to tell you, all the people that have been making all these different excuses about Wilder needs to do this and that. No, this is a fight that can happen. We don't have to wait 2-3 years from now. It can happen now. And if he's gonna fight Klitschko first, cool. We understand he might have to fight Pulev. All that. That's all good. Handle that. But there's no reason why at the end of the year it's not a fight that could happen. People keep making it seem as if Wilder's not one of the biggest names in the heavyweight division, because I'm going to bring up the whole name part because everyone's talking about money. I just want to see two great fighters go at it, but everyone keeps bringing up the whole money. Wilder needs to raise the profile. He's one of the biggest names at the heavyweight division. Aside from the only people he could really make more money fighting is Fury and Klitschko. But right now, Fury's a fucking whale, and the Klitschko fight, no one's gonna fault him for taking that fight, man. I mean, no one that's a realistic person anyway. So we get that. That kind of goes without saying. If the man has a rematch clause and has to fight Klitschko again, I mean, fucking duh. Like that's common. Whatever. Anywho, right? So going back into this, man, I think this is great news. I wanted to hear him say Wilder's name, to sit down and say, hey, I ain't afraid of this dude. Like, I'll respond. You can't have a dude constantly calling you out like that and just try to act as if he doesn't exist. Whether you're ducking or not, it doesn't make sense because another champion in your division. And he responded, so that's it. That's all I wanted. Same thing with Gennady Golovkin. I just wanted Gennady Golovkin to end up fighting somebody. He fought Jacobs, and as you could see, you could check the timeline, I was good. Even though I thought Jacobs beat him, he got the decision, whatever. Look back at my video. I was very, very clear about it. I had like real honest, true emotions after the fight. I was like, yo, I thought it was a great fight. I didn't start coming to this shit until the YouTube. YouTube creates all these weird little fucking strange and oddball beefs to the point where you can have a great fight but not be happy. War Cove, I thought it was a great fight. But you come on YouTube and it's like, and oh yeah, of course with HBO commentary, let me not, HBO commentary, like, what was fucking shitty too. But yeah, like a lot of good fights gets ruined by all these little beefs and all these little fucking, mini wars people keep trying to have on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, that's just how it is. But the Wilder Joshua fight is a great fight, man. I'm gonna do a whole separate video as to why, out of all this time when I've been supporting, rooting for Wilder, winning this fight, promoting this fight, I've never once dissed Anthony Joshua. I'm gonna get into why I haven't done that, like really elaborate. The basic reason is I don't have to. I don't have any hate for Anthony Joshua. There's no need for it. But not just that, is there's something deeper about it too. But I'll do that in a separate video. But right now, all I have to sit down and say is shout out to these two. I'm definitely thinking that this is a fight that could happen at the end of the year. Wilder could still fight Ortiz first. That's cool, especially if Ortiz ends up picking up that belt. He didn't mention Ortiz at all. Looks like they're not interested in fighting Ortiz. Whatever, it is what it is. I mean, we know why, but it's not a big deal. Wilder can end up fighting him. That's cool. I'm not tripping over that, and that'll make it that much bigger. Will it? I think it's a good win. I think it'll carry some momentum into it if he's able to fight Ortiz. If not, it's still a big fight. But definitely Wilder shouldn't wait around for Anthony Joshua as well. But if he can get it at the end of the year, of course, take the Joshua fight. If he has to wait around and be on some bullshit, nah, fight a guy like Ortiz, not for Joshua, but for Wilder to sit down and continue to stray down the path to becoming undisputed, because that's what we expect of him. So that's how I feel about that. That's pretty much my comments on the whole situation. Yeah, man, that's it. Maybe I'll have a little bit more later. I'll see what y'all have to say and see if I need to respond. DCB, I'm out.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental record. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream.
Shout out to my brother Town Biz. He posed an excellent question. He asked, where does Anthony Joshua rank now? Is he on the pound for pound list? And I got to tell you, I agree with you, brother. He's about one fight away, but he damn sure is knocking on that door. He about to kick the hinges off. And you don't beat a guy like Vlad, as good as Vlad looked and showed different looks, and he fought in a measured pace and style. You see, one of the things that I have to look at is that Anthony Joshua, at his young age, and the fact that he was getting better and better, you don't beat a guy who had range, right? And the fact that I think that may be going amiss about people not giving AJ enough of his respect for this win. Guys, he beat a guy who had an excellent jab. I said it in my prediction video. Vladimir Klitschko has one of the best jabs in the business, okay? If not the best, okay? I told you guys about the jab, right hand over the top. I told you guys about how experienced Vlad was, and Anthony Joshua overcame every single obstacle in this fight. This man deserves to be starting to be considered to be on the pound for pound list. So that's my answer, and that's my response. Excellent question to my brother Town Biz. Please go check him out. So again, I'm going to reiterate. QuestX believes, much like Town Biz, he's about one more fight away. I guess I would want to see him in the ring with a guy like Luis Ortiz. And then if he beat up on Luis Ortiz the way he did Vladimir Klitschko, hell yeah, the boy is on the pound for pound list. It's your boy QuestX. I am out. Peace.